Hi. So in this session, we are going to discuss about Java variable types. Java variables are classified into three types: local variables, instance variables, and class variables. Okay. So let us see one example. So let us create a class. So I give the name to the class as calculator. Since I require a main method, let us select this checkbox: public static void main. Now inside this main method, now let us add one method like public int add. This method takes two parameters, both are integer type, I comma j. So this method add these two values and return the output. Let us store this value of I plus j into a variable k. Okay, and return k. Now let us add another method, public void print, and this method will print some value. Suppose if we include a suppose we declare a variable inside add method, for example int yum equal to 0. Then if we try to access that variable yum into inside the print method, we cannot do that, because if you declare a method variable inside any method, then that variable becomes a local variable. So yum is a local variable, and its scope is only limited to add method. That is, we cannot access outside this method. So we are getting the compilation error m cannot be resolved to a variable. So if we try to access the variable m inside the print method, then we are getting compilation error, because m is a local variable and it is available only inside that add method only. Okay, right. So now what we do, instead of declaring a variable inside add method, let us declare a variable outside any of the method. So for example, int n, okay, int n. So we have declared n, the variable n outside any of the method. So now if we try to access that variable inside print method, it is possible for us, because it is not a local variable now. So n is actually called instance variable. Okay, so let us now what we do, let us print that value. It is n is a instance variable here. Now let us print this value using a system.out.println inside print method. In order to print the value of n, we need to call this print method. And what we do is inside the main method, right? We try to create object of calculator class, calculator c1 equal to new calculator. Now let us call this method print method c1 dot print. It will print that value. So let us run this code and see the output. So now the value of n is printed, value of n equal to 1. So now let us again create another calculator object c2, and let us call the print method again dot print, and let us see the output now. So again we'll run that code and see the output. So this time also value of n is equal to 1. So we have calculated, we have created two objects, but even for the two times value of n is 1 only. That means every time we create a new instance, the variable n is actually a new copy is actually created every time. For each new instance there is a new copy of the variable n is maintained. So because it is a instance variable, its scope only limited to one instance. Suppose if we want to have that variable available for all the instances, then in that case we have to declare in different way. For example, if we declare static int p equal to 0. So in this case, the value of p is 0 and it is declared static int p equal to 0. Now what we do, we try to print it. Now inside the print method, we increment the p value, then we print it. Value of p, so let us print this one. Now we run this code again. So in this case, if you notice, value of n is always 1, but value of p actually first time it is once. When we create the second time, when we create an object for the second time and call the print method, now the value is 2. If we try to create another object and try to print it, we will get the p value will become 3 this time. See the output now, it becomes 3. This is because the variable p is actually shared across the all instances because it is a class variable. So now we have seen three types of variables. One is local variable. They are declared either inside a method or inside a block of code. So that variable will be only available to that method only or that block only. It is not available outside that method or outside the block. These kind of variables are called local variables. If we declare a variable outside any of the method or any of the block, they are called instance variables. They are available for the whole instance. But if we declare a variable using static keyword, they become class variable and it is available for all the instances of that class.